I think most of us like a good cup of coffee, but as you know, there are times when you can't find a coffee shop. Either there's nothing in the area, or it's a coffee shop you don't like, or indeed you just haven't got time to stop. And this happens to me now and again. So I was quite intrigued when I was offered the Outin Nano portable coffee maker to have a look at. And this is it. It's about the size of a 750 ml water bottle that you'd have on your bike, or a small flask, but this machine actually makes a cup of espresso in just minutes. I'll tell you a bit more about it. Now, this machine will actually use proper ground coffee, so you can choose the roast that you prefer, or like me today, I'm using a coffee pod. So if it's not something you want to carry around, fresh coffee, then you can use a coffee pod. And basically all you do is unscrew the lid, pop your coffee pod into the machine, press it down, put it back into the machine, screw the lid on nice and tightly. Now you turn it over, and then all you need to do is put 50 or 60 millilitres of water in here, and there's a nice little measuring scale inside, makes it nice and easy. And we'll just pop the lid back on, press the button. I've set the machine going. You've got this little light scale across here that shows the progress of the water boiling. It needs to be sitting this way down with the cup at the bottom. So I'm going to just pop that down while I talk to you, and we'll put the timer on so you can see how long it takes to make. Now, this is boiling from cold, and it will make 4 to 5 cups from cold water. If you're using hot water, they're actually claiming 200 plus coffees from it, so that's quite a lot of caffeine. Now, I'm not a coffee expert, but I've done my research, and I understand that the ideal temperature for coffee is 92 degrees C. Also, that to get the right sort of crema from a coffee, that lovely foamy topping, it needs to be pressurized to about 9 bar. Now, most of these domestic machines that you get in your kitchen, they'll only pressurize up to about 3.5 bar. Now, this little portable machine has a pump pressure of 20 bar. Now, obviously that's way above the 9 bar recommended, but it does lose some pressure through the process. So it's actually going to use a pressure of around 9 bars in reality. So it's the equivalent to a professional machine. Now, I see this being used mainly for people that are on the go. They might be travelling around in their car and would just like a nice fresh cup of coffee while they're on the road, sitting in a lay-by or whatever. Could be somebody working from home, they don't want to leave their desk, they want to get on. So this would be an ideal solution to get a really good cup of coffee. The other thing is that this does fit into a bike bottle carrier, so it would be ideal for carrying around on a bicycle if you want to stop and have a fresh coffee. I will have a word of warning about this though, if you're carrying it on a bike or anywhere else for that matter, and I'll come back to that nearer the end. One area I think I would use this is when I'm staying in hotels. The only thing you've really got if you want a coffee in the morning is those sachets of instant coffee. If that's not something you fancy, then obviously this would be an ideal solution. Now, the machine is waterproof to IPX4, so there's no problem if you are carrying it on your bike in the rain or whatever. So I think this would be ideal for people that are bike packing, camping, that sort of thing. If you don't want to carry a lot of camping equipment, cooking utensils and so on, just want to get yourself a cup of coffee before you get going, this would be an ideal solution. It comes nicely presented in a gift box, so if you do want to give it to somebody, it would arrive nicely presented. And in the box it includes a scoop for your ground coffee and also the one for handling for the filtered coffee. The machine recharges using a USB-C connector, and you could charge this in your car. It takes about 3 hours to charge on a normal charger, and as I said, you'll get 4 to 5 cups from cold water. If you're indoors, for example, and you have hot water, or maybe you've got some hot water in a flask, you'll get 200 plus. Now, I did say there was a word of warning with this. I took this out of my bike, and I put this in the bottle carrier, and to my horror I found that this cap was missing after a while. Now fortunately I knew where I thought it would be lost. It was when I went over some rough ground, so I went back. Luckily it was sitting on the grass. But this is just a push fit, as you engineers would say, an interference fit. It's obviously got a rubber seal around here. I would imagine it can't be anything other than a push fit from a pressure relief point of view. I'm sure it's a safety feature. So just be careful if you're carrying this on a bike. Make sure that you put something over this or secure it in some way, but ideally carry it inside something so that this isn't going to get lost. As I always try to, I've got you a discount on this if you want it, so use the link below to go to their website, and then you'll see my code that you need to input when you check out. It will help this channel because we'll get a small commission. I've not been paid to make this review, and I've made it clear I'll say exactly what I think about the machine, but I do get the machine to keep, so I want to be totally open about that. It makes no difference because I'll always tell it how it is, and I'm impressed. I think it's a great little machine. There's a variety of colours available, so if you don't like this grey that I chose, then here are the colours that you can have a look at. So all we need now is for Outin to make a portable cake maker, and then we're in heaven. So we've taken off the cup, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. I'll try and put it nearer the camera. You have this excellent crema, beautiful froth on the top, and that you'll only get with a professional machine. So the important thing is the taste test. Yeah, that's good. It's obviously, taste is very much going to depend on the roast that you choose. I mean, I would imagine that these coffee pods aren't brilliant, but they're really, really good for being portable and being able to carry them around with you easily. That's excellent. So I hope you found this useful. Thanks for watching. Hopefully see you next time. Bye for now.